through all the strife, through all the hardship, through all the death of our friends, at least we have solace in trying to get this square inside of inside of Toko. Her name's Toko now. I mean, inside of Toko's nameplate.
You know, you can always cut that today. It sounds cool.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like Toko. Anyway, hello everybody, this is Kristen Master Vora. Welcome back to Let's Play DanganRonpa. In the last episode, we went to investigate a bit more on the death of our beloved Chihiro Fujisaki. But we did find out a bit more about the Monokuma, the e-handbooks and how they work more. And so in this episode, we're going to talk to Toko after Hina telling us that she's not been feeling too great. Although we might talk to them a bit before we actually go in. But here with me, I have...
Hello everybody, this is Dan100, and once again, I'm here. I'm going to be here until the end of this investigation and or trial, so get used to me.
And...
Hey everyone, it's Waterwolf. You are stuck with me for a very long time, and I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks, Celeste. It's not like we talked about craziness before we recorded.
You're all a bunch of pigs.
You're too slow.
You're too slow. Oh my god, Chris, you know what you gotta do.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I think you're just too fast.
I think Makoto's just too slow.
So what's this emergency?
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to...
Oh god, I'm losing my voice.
We came back to check on her, you know, to see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and kept saying all this weird stuff.
I mean, she's the writing prodigy. What weird stuff could she possibly say?
Weird stuff.
That's fine.
Shut talking to yourselves. Yeah, good idea.
But what does Worst Man have to say?
I will kill you.
Also known as you!
Hurry up.
Do it.
Do it. Fine. Without further delay, let's go into Toko's room. May as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Holy crap! She actually looks kind of cute from this angle. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me. Almost anime-like,
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. More suspicions!
What was that?
She's been acting like that the whole time, when I rang a little while ago.
Go again.
This is voice acted.
Oh shit. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it.
Toko was scared enough to even bar her own door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think that the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her?
Hold up a second. Uh-oh.
I just thought of
Hey, Mr. Boss Man!
Senpai!
I just thought of something.
What?
A serial killer killed Chihiro.
Right.
A serial killer killed Cheerios.
Rob, you
do?
You fulfilled your duty in this call.
Oh God. Hey, could you ask her for me?
I love how you never can pronounce his name, so it's like you, which fits more.
To come out of her room, I mean. Oh. Sure, whatever.
Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess so you can really be nice whenever you want to.
Don't
Shut the fuck up and don't let anybody hear about this.
But I thought you were nice.
No.
He stood himself in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
Here we go again.
Senpai?
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're so annoying. Bakula!
It's Byakuya.
Blackula!
Not gonna wait all day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise.
God damn it, Rob.
But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
And with that, the door slams shut. Once again.
Good job, Byakuya.
Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off.
What was the promise? Is that the secret that they had between the two of them? There's nothing... That's not my line!
No, stop taking my lines. Let's get ready.
It's a running thing throughout this series.
Stop talking. Stop thinking. Fuck, this tea's hot. Hold on.
Hold on, just let me have this tea real quick. Most aggressively slurping of the tea. That's just porn. Don't make that face.
Looks like I found my calling.
I'm sure your girlfriend really appreciates
Yeah. Hey, shoutouts to Victoria, am I right? Yeah,
In
no.
fact, she doesn't watch anything on your channel.
That should change. Because now you're part of it.
She doesn't like what you do on here.
Shots fired.
In the same tone that Crossfire apparently happens. Is the way that you said that, yes.
What was
I see
somebody
that.
talking about just now?
Something about shots being fired at someone, I don't know.
Something about a promise?
What?
I have no idea. I'm not sure. It's definitely not because we got sex the other day. What?
Definitely not from that. Nope. In fact, I didn't even say anything about sex. What are you talking about?
But
Stop talking.
no buts.
None at all.
If I say I
Butts.
don't know, then that means I
Butts
don't know.
everywhere.
Just let
But-
Tina take care of her.
Also, future Chris, I know you really want to, but don't actually do that. Don't edit butts all over the screen.
Do it.
It's gonna be Larry, isn't it?
You just clicked the button.
I know, that was on purpose.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll just stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well, then let's go.
I'm not waiting for a reply. Byakuya sped away.
Fuck.
Yeah. And I hurried to catch up.
Oh, so you said one of my lines again.
I mean, I didn't. I said yeah. Because, Byakuya is just you. And I think it'd be weird for someone to call out to, hey, you! As you're, running off. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him and stopped in front of a certain room. Now, of course.
Library. Come on, let's go in.
Oh no, he's actually on the other side of the table this time. Differences.
I see a letter.
Hey, look on the back. There's a number. A note, not a number. A note. If I'm gonna make references, I should get the references right, even if I reverse them anyway. Go.
Is the evidence that proves that it was Genocide Jack from the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Make me say it again. Do that note. Just do it.
Do it.
Oh yeah, the note. It's right here. I like immediately.
Did you actually not notice it?
I noticed it because we looked at it last time. I immediately forgot that he said, "Look at the note."
No point checking that. You can find real clues. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, we read the note before. What?
No clues. Search elsewhere.
Where the fuck elsewhere? There's a lot of places to search, bro.
Why not that door that you kept trying to go in?
That's what I was thinking.
I guess, but what was on the other side of the store? Oh right, yeah, the archive.
It's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside.
I never went inside it though.
He just locks you in there.
Yeah.
Here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside.
We did do a lot of reading over the past 2 days.
Also, he seems much more irritated than usual, especially after dealing with Toko.
Probably because he doesn't want to die. And wants to get this case over as quick as possible.
That's not what I'm thinking.
But it's what I'm thinking, right? Whoa, there's so many books and files.
So much to do.
So, in other words,
I would say that there's enough value in this place to endure the dust.
So, what can we look at? Not a lot. Awesome. But there's stuff in there. It's a wooden box. It's empty. But what about the one next to it that actually has shit in it?
No, but look, it looks
Wait.
like that there was something in it.
Oh, yeah, smudges. Yeah. Judging by the smudges, it looks like there was something inside.
There was an extension cord plugged into there. It proves very useful when I was in the library.
Right, yeah, I saw that one in one of the cutscenes. Extension cord, huh? What about this lamp? Look at it! Look at this lamp. The shelf
Yeah,
is-
it's a lamp.
Yeah,
The
stuff-
lamp.
The lamp.
The lamp.
The lamp.
The lamp.
The lamp. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random.
Ah, you have a sharp ID to select that file.
It happened to be the plot-centric file that we needed.
Oh my god. Huh?
that's right.
That.
Take that!
That's the report of the presidential assassination. The original was kept in the National Mud.
Interesting. So it's a replica.
Won't be declassified for another 30 years. I can show you when we look at it now. I'm telling you whose crosshairs you might want to have been.
This
Peeking at it.
this music is so jazzy for what we're doing right now.
What music?
The music in the background, like the trumpet was just going to town during your talking. Oh yeah, you can't really hear it. Although with this setup, you should be able to hear it slightly more.
Nah, it's okay. Keep going.
Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. What about this lamp?
The lamp.
It's a desk lamp. Yeah, that's what he used. Same one I saw Byakuya using in the library.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, and I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I put it to good use.
So I got a Yes, I got a Byakuya coin. God damn it. I got a Monokuma coin from that. Tons of thick files stuffed into the bulk shelf.
So thick.
So thick!
If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. There's things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos of all kinds of crime scenes.
So what's this, just Law and Order? Burn, burn. Okay, go on.
we know what would happen when we start singing. It's the kind of thing that any normal person wouldn't want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean? All those files were investigation reports relating to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for these eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? Oh god.
Interesting. I didn't check here yet.
Left.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. There's so many... Not my lines! There's so many words here that I'm not supposed to say.
There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
The documents are dangerous. Dangerous. They detail all the people who control the world behind the scenes. Dangerous to the phenomenon.
Interesting why such a archive of events happen to be in this location.
Yeah. Like members of the Diet. Did they discuss the Diet?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean... Okay. I don't understand. I mean the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows.
I think this is just in-game lore.
If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people here. In there. You're just kidding, right? Am I?
I'll just let it go for now.
So you finally get me to understand the true sleeping door of this library. The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
That's interesting. He really wants to figure out this place and all of its secrets.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Later.
He's still an asshole.
He's still an asshole, but he's a resourceful asshole.
Yeah.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you live in a lie. Well, it's not that, it's just... It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. I mean, I didn't want to have to put all this together. It just goes to show how much power Hocus Pocus truly wields. Perhaps.
The people in it.
The mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us getting forward.
It's no use. I'm going to refuse putting silver up on the screen. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal.
What's wrong? I still can't believe it. What are you whispering about?
Nothing.
Pokemon.
Okay.
What about you? How can you believe so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything.
You don't pull punches, do you?
Fuck no. Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right?
Yeah, it's all relative, to be fair.
But what makes you think that your own common sense applies to me at all?
Someone who was born and raised to be the best of everything?
While you are just an ordinary student. The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt.
About them. Never mind.
Hold on. You're saying that you've read all of these documents more than once? But all this seems to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. I was just bigger, of course, and it was not as dusty. Members of the Tsugami family have access to a variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words,
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows.
So this has to be related to it somehow.
My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will.
Damn.
To become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim that without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing.
This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind.
Now, because he is part of this council and everything, and this whole Hope's Peak thing is to kind of simulate the worst things of the real world and what happens when people are trapped in here. That doesn't really rule Byakuya out as not being involved in this entire thing.
That's true, but if he really knew everything about this place, then wouldn't he have already devised a way out? And wouldn't Monokuma also like know about that and keep an eye on him throughout this whole thing?
One, if you remember correctly, Monokuma actually, fucking called to came to Byakuya's call. So.
Oh my god, that's true.
And two, what if he's in there to keep as a control, to observe firsthand?
I don't know.
This is all speculation.
This just seems a little far-fetched from what we've already seen, which is just murder, kill, find who killed him, and then go to the next murder.
It's a microcosm.
Yeah.
He has to understand the world backwards and forwards, and the best way to do that is to take a smaller version.
But this isn't really how the world works, no matter how much the game wants us to believe it's real life.
I mean, but it's not our world, it's the world
that
where DanganRonpa takes place.
That's true. Alright.
Okay.
Now to read lines.
Sorry, I tend to go on those tangents.
Speculations is never a bad thing, especially in a game like this where you need to be able to speculate nicely.
Well, Miles Edgeworth has prepared me very dearly for that. And what always interests me were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's an excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my most recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case.
Interesting. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is a complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin with, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The way of murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written on the victim's own blood.
Yeah.
on the blood.
It's written on the blood, so like it wouldn't be in blood, it would just be the white space.
And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way.
Yeah, that seems very hard to contradict that Genocide Jack was the killer. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened with Chihiro.
Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. The second characteristic is where the victims are suspended. The only ones who move about the particular threat from members of the police and other higher-ups.
Monokuma.
By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of this crime, which means it has to be Genocide Jack that did it if nobody else found out. Or
someone who knows about Genocide Jack and tried to emulate the way that he murdered someone else.
Byakuya. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim.
So busy speculating, we forgot how to read sentences properly.
Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse.
For like the 10th time that the game's gonna show us her corpse.
You want to see that scene again?
Yeah.
The body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. What happened to your eyes?
Probably because of the blood trickling down.
So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's a real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
Heart attack.
Well, now we have one less killer.
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. So,
Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us? I mean, if you could put two and two together with literally what just happened, but no, I don't know.
things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined the killer with such a reputation would ever be a part of my little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to find a ferret.
You might just find a ferret. I don't know.
You might just manage to ferret out a poop.
such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might let you myself.
Hey, guess what? Since this episode's going to go on way longer than what I intended it for it to be, we're going to end things off here. And we're going to talk to Byakuya some more next time because, you know, he likes to talk a lot. So, you know what? See you guys next time.